Okay, so I was going to do just a regular season recap here before I do my Super Bowl video on Thursday to do the Super Bowl preview. But I'm going to go through it. I decided to do something a little different. I'm going to do a best move and worst move for all of you so you know what you did right and where you went wrong this year. So without further ado, let's kick it off with somebody that did something monumentally stupid, Jared. But we're going to start on a positive note. We're going to start this off on the right foot here. Jared's best move of the season. Looking back, I got to say it was drafting Tyreek Hill in the second round, passing on the likes of Kenyon Drake, Austin Eckler, Chris Carson, James Conner, and Todd Gurley. Look, all those guys not great this year. They're all could be considered busts this year. And Jared took Tyreek Hill, who wound up being an absolute super stud wideout. It's him and Devontae Adams every week are top tier wide receiver ones. Gotta give it to Jared. That was a great pick. It was one that I thought was the wrong pick at the time. Turned out to not be the wrong pick. So great move there, Jared. Worst move, and I think you already know where I'm going to go with this, so I'm going to go there anyway. Trading Aaron Jones for CMC, arguably the worst move in league history. CMC went on to play one game for Jared, while Aaron Jones is currently the RB5 on the season. There's only 4 running backs that have scored more fantasy points than Aaron Jones. If Jared doesn't do that trade, he probably makes it to the playoffs and could potentially be competing for a championship, but he didn't. So there's Jared. That was an easy one. 2 very obvious selections. Now, John Vetri. Now, this one I had to really dig deep to find a best move. John didn't do much this season, and the things he did do were not right. So I'm going to have to say his recent adding of Jalen Hurts is his best move. The guy's already a fantasy monster. He's a guy I want on my fantasy team next year. Jalen Hurts, absolute freak beast. Great pickup. Worst move. I'm going to kick this one back to the draft as well because John wasn't very active during the season. So drafting Zeke 6th overall. Now, what makes this one hurt even worse for John is he's supposed to be a Florida State Seminoles fan, and the very next pick was Dalvin Cook. Not sure why anybody in the world would consider Zeke over Dalvin Cook. I didn't know that was under consideration at the time. I thought it was an absolutely terrible decision. And it turns out I was right. And then the next pick after Dalvin Cook was Alvin Kamara. So you're talking about the RB1 and the RB3 on the season. Instead took Zeke, and Zeke absolutely sucks. And we should have seen this coming, right? Zeke has gotten worse every year in the league. He got paid a ton of money. He's obviously not working that hard. Zeke isn't a guy that I trust. Like, he's not a guy that's out there for love of the game, right? He got paid. That was his goal. Now he doesn't give a shit. So terrible decision. John is obviously a closet Cowboys fan. He takes Zeke every single year. It's burned him each of the last 2 seasons, as there were definitely much better picks on the board. Freezing there. And now we're back. Okay. So, oh, God.